Good morning, everyone. Come with me to go check a whole bunch of pivots. If you're new to the channel, my name is Laura. I farm with my husband in South Central Nebraska, and a pivot is what irrigates our crop. We grow corn and soybeans. It's super dry in Nebraska, and so it's vital that we keep all of these running. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Head to factor75.com or click the link in the description below and use code LauraFarms50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. If you're too busy with summer plans to cook like I am, summer plans being working on my lawn, as you guys have seen in the past couple YouTube videos, and also irrigating our crops to make sure we can get them to harvest, order a Factor box. Meals are fresh, never frozen. You can skip a trip to the grocery store and all the prepping, chopping, and all the cleanup. So all you do is heat up and enjoy, and then you can get right back to lawn care. Let's see what we have today. This is spicy sweet potatoes and peanut sauce. This is garlic and herb chicken breast, black pepper and sage pork chop, turkey chili with zucchini. If you're looking to budget this July by cutting back on takeout, Factor is the way to go. Not only is it cheaper than takeout, but it's much faster, each meal being ready in only 2 minutes. Factor is super flexible, so I can easily adjust my order size, enjoy with loved ones, or even skip a week when I have a special event going on. Factor is the perfect on-the-go lunch or dinner solution when I'm in the tractor or irrigating fixes take a lot longer than I was expecting. If you're looking to pack in some more protein to your diet, conveniently add filling options like a salmon fillet or chicken wings to your Factor meals to support your nutritional goals any time of the day. I know ordering with Factor are making a sustainable choice because they offset 100% of their delivery emissions, source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices, and feature sustainably sourced seafood in their meals. You guys all know that my lawn needs as much help as it can get. By getting a Factor box every week, I'm able to spend less time in the kitchen and more time on my lawn and more time with the cat, which I know that she loves. Good girl. What a sweetheart. You guys know that I have worked with HelloFresh in the past, and Grant and I love getting those boxes. Factor is now owned by HelloFresh. So each week I have the opportunity to choose between both brands depending on how much on the go Grant and I are going to be during that week. And now I have the opportunity to provide a discount code to you guys for both of those brands so that you guys can choose what fits your lifestyle the best. Once again, head to factor75.com or click the link in the description below and use code LauraFarms50 to get 50% off your first Factor box today. Now, onto the video. Here's my rig today. We are using a Ranger XP 1000. In the back of it, I have a jump pack, a spare battery, 2 jugs of drip oil, and a jug of engine oil. And then the inside of the cab is pretty messy, but I have some essentials. I have some tools, a Celsius, a Gatorade, a water, my breakfast, a cookie, and some gloves. Can't forget the sunglasses. I think it's supposed to be almost 100 degrees today. The temperature was the same yesterday, hot, and the UV got up to 11. Little muddy. The pivot just went over this road. This is the only all-electric well we have on the farm, which makes it by far the easiest one to check. All we have to do is look at this blue container. This holds drip oil. It's what's lubricating this well. This well is running this pivot right here. So we just open up the top, make sure there's drip oil in there, and then check this little sight gauge and make sure it's dripping. This is the first stop of many that we make every single morning all summer when we have all the pivots running. It's just called doing a little irrigation check. You drive out to every single point or motor or well that's running and just make sure everything's doing okay. I wish all of the wells on our farm were electric. However, it's really, really expensive to convert your natural gas or your diesel wells to electric, because you have to have 3-phase power out by the road. If you don't, you have to pay the power company to put up new poles, and then you have to have power trenched from the poles all the way out to wherever your well is dug. And that can get very, very pricey very, very fast. Right now, it's a higher priority to pay off the land debt and start owning ground than it is to be converting our current wells to electric. Maybe someday though. It's really, really loud out there, which is why I have earplugs. So I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do in here. This is not an electric well. The white tank there is full of diesel. And then there is a John Deere power unit right here, just running a PTO shaft, which is supplying the water for the pivot. It's pumping a well. And then there's also a generator that is being run by this power unit, and that is supplying the power necessary to actually run the pivot, go around in a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that drip oil again, make sure that the well itself is being lubricated. Then I'm also going to check the engine oil level on this engine, because these things run like 24/7. So I just want to make sure that everything looks okay. I'm also going to check the diesel level in our tank, because I don't want that thing running out. I don't want my hair getting caught in anything out there. So you just pop it up quick. Like a general wellness check. Just looking at the belts, I'm looking at brackets, just making sure nothing's rattling loose, just putting eyes on it. There is of course an app on our phone that we can see that, yeah, the pivot is running, but it's always good to just put eyes on things, especially with this many moving parts and with how long at a time they run. Pretty soon we're going to be laying out pipe out here. That's another big reason for cultivating is gravity irrigation. So the pipe will lay right here, and then there'll be a little gate. There'll be water flowing through the pipe, and the water will run right down each of the rows. of the milkweed is blooming in the ditches. Butterflies and all sorts of pollinators love this stuff, and it smells so good. And such a pretty purple flower too. This is the well motor, diesel tank, and pivot that Grant and I own. And I guess it's easy to look at something like a car, for example, or a pair of shoes and think, yeah, I paid for that, it's mine, I own it. But we bought this last year, at the end of the year, and even still just looking at it and thinking about the work that Grant and I did to get the well engine and the diesel tank out here and to re-nozzle the pivot and just get everything running. And then it's just working now, and I'm out here looking at it and I'm like, holy cow, I own that thing. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. Holy cow, you guys! This corn is above my shoulders! This well engine right here runs off natural gas. Here's that hose right there. That's its fuel source. But if you'll notice, it doesn't have a radiator on it. And that is because it has this long pipe right there. That's called a cooling jacket. And so while we're out here checking the oil and the drip oil, etc., I also need to check that. And I just pop the lid off the top and make sure that it is full. So there's some antifreeze in there, and then the rest is filled up with water. We call this the double panel pivot because there's two panels. This is Grant and I's only soybean field this year. Our last stop for the morning is to start this well engine. It was running yesterday, but it wasn't running the pivot. It was supplying water to the underground, which is over there. So it ran from noon to midnight, and then I came out here around midnight last night and shut it off. So tomorrow I'm back out here. We're going to switch directions of the water, start this up, get the pivot going. Switching directions on the water is the part I'm most nervous for because it's a struggle for Grant to do it, and he is a lot bigger and stronger than I am. So if I can get this, I know I can do the rest. Okay, there's one. All the way, locked in. That wasn't so bad. Come on. Oh, hey, that wasn't bad at all. Nice. Now let's get this thing started. running for 7 hours now, and this is how far it's gone. It feels so good to do something and watch it work. We put so much time and effort and money into making sure that our crops can get water. I just love when things work out. Now we do it all over again tomorrow. Thank you for coming along as we irrigated today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, maybe even learned something. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.